Hello, everyone. Hello. Hope you're doing okay. Chocolo here for a live unboxing. Yes. So basically, every now and again, I get a parcel delivered from a company called Snack Surprise. I'm not sponsored by them in any way, shape, or form. I always say this before I talk about any of their products. I'm really not, but nonetheless, it's a monthly subscription. And they basically send you a sort of box full of goodies from usually themed around a certain country. They might change that. I don't know if they do. I think it's always a certain country. You can get various sizes. This and the other. I get the medium size. So it's just a good, good thing to sort of look into. And it's usually I don't know, the product's usually okay, but they're often stuff you've not had before, so it's quite interesting actually, so it's quite an interesting one. So that's what we're doing today. So I sort of intermingle it between, that's the right word, between doing a stash watch, which I do usually three weeks out of 4 or 4 weeks out of 5 or whatever it is. But this week it's an unboxing because I got the parcel today, so yes, I thought why not do it, so there we go. So I couldn't, I knew it was in the post, but I wasn't sure when it would arrive, and it arrived today, so there we are. So here we go, so it's a good one. So let's say here's the actual box itself. You can see it's all labelled Snack Surprise. I said you don't sponsor me in any way, shape or form, so there we go. Now I did actually review the dark chocolate Maltesers yesterday. Now I didn't put it in Stash Watch last week, which is normally a preview of what I was going to be reviewing. I was going to do it today actually, having already actually reviewed it because I got 2 of them. But one of those. But basically, long story short is I thought, well, you know what, it was a new product, and I thought I'd just strike while the iron's hot and get it out there quickly. So that's what I did basically. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're doing okay. You had lots of tabs open at once. For some reason this video is waiting to start, and 5 of them. Sound like I was in an echo chamber. Got quite the fright. Okay, I see. Goodness me, goodness me. Oh well, yes, 5 chocolates is better than 1, I guess you say, but maybe not in all cases. Good to see you, Andrew. How's things going for you today? We're doing all right. Yeah, so you might be the potential good guinea pig for this, Andrew. Can you see in the chat window it says allow gifts? Can you see that? Because basically a few weeks ago, I don't know if you remember, might have been here, you might not have been, but long story short is people can gift memberships now, but you have to opt into it. So if you're in the chat, as far as I know, there's no reason not to click allow gifts. I'm not saying you will receive one, but generally other members can actually gift you memberships. So if members are feeling very I don't know, generous or whatever, they can do that. So I've no idea how it works. I've tried clicking on the link myself for the allow gifts, but of course because I guess it's impossible for me to be sent a gift for it, so I think it won't actually allow me to have it because obviously I've already got full access to everything. It doesn't work for me. So if you are not a member, or even if you are, click that allow gifts button. I think there's no reason not to click it basically. Yes, you agree about the dark chocolate Maltesers. You tried them and the dark chocolate is just too dark. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? Because remember when we were both talking about it, we thought, well, that sounds really good. It's 65% or whatever. It sounded like it really only a good thing, but it turns out it's not. It's just typical, isn't it? It would be okay for a strong flavour like mint. Yeah, yes, is it? But the Maltese is too delicate. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? Really, it is a real shame that. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just wondering whether there's any it could win really, because I think it's such a subtle flavour anyway. The malt honeycomb scent. So I was wondering even if it was like a 35% dark chocolate or something, whether it would still be too strong. I don't know. So I feel like I wasn't sure what to say really, because obviously I don't want to sort of say, oh, it should be this, it should be that, and then when it comes out then it's not. But I feel like yeah, it would have to be very weak. I think. I think you'd still get the dark chocolate hit, but then still get the malt honeycomb. But yeah, so it's a bit of a shame that really. It's still nice and everything, but just kind of not really much point to them. Well, if you fancy clicking, Andrew, feel free to do so, and hopefully hopefully it'll work. I mean, I don't know, as I say, I can't click it myself. Well, I've tried clicking it, nothing happens. So I'm assuming something will happen for other people, but let's hope so. But let me know if you do click it. You don't have to, don't feel obliged. I mean, I don't want to force you into it or anything. But as far as I know, it can only be a good thing by clicking it. So if you're not a member, yeah, click the allow gifts button basically, if you can, if you want to. As I don't believe there's any reason not to. It's the gist of it, but as I say, I can't do it myself, so I'm not sure. I'm assuming it would give you some, opt-in and opt-out option somewhere for you to change your mind too. So yes, here's the box itself. It's a Snack Surprise. Yeah, well, I won't sort of put the camera down so you can still see me basically. I could do some kind of duo camera affair, but I think what I'll do is just so you don't see it as I open it, obviously just see everything at once, I'll probably just have it down here and lift things out one at a time. So there we go. There we are. Hi there, Joe. How's it going for you today? How are things for you? Hope you're doing all right. Great to see you, Joe. Great to see you. And yes, no laptop trouble today, I think. Yes, that's good. Good to see. Just explain to Andrew, Joe, but there's an allow gifts option now in the chat. If you want to allow the chance of someone gifting you a membership, feel free to click it. I don't believe there's any reason not to click it, but obviously I don't want to force you into it. But the gist of it is you could be gifted a membership if any of the other members are feeling generous. So there we go. Might be worth trying out, but as I say, totally up to you. Yeah, I'm not doing too bad, thank you. Not too bad at all. I was a bit tired early on in the week, actually. I don't know what it was. I think the Sunday was just basically, I don't know. I don't think I slept very well, and then from then on, it was just a downward spiral, really. But I think I've finally got back to normal. Hi AB, yes, great to see you as well. Great to see you. Hoping you're the the one who will like the dark chocolate Maltesers. Yeah. Well, fingers crossed. I hope you do. I mean, they're not horrible or anything. I think you'll still like them, but whether you'll like them is yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Yeah. So yeah, I don't think you'll dislike them or anything like that. But I know that's not what you were saying, but you know, they're still nice and everything, but they're just disappointing. You're going to remember at some point this year, probably, but for now, check out the allowed gifts thing. Yes. Well, let me know how you find Andrew, what it says, and if it does anything crazy. Be interested just to know if it works as it should do, or if it sounds like it would do. But as far as I know, there's no reason not to do it, and but I don't, as I say, yeah, it'd be just interesting to find out what what happens basically. Yeah, but I mean, then there's the other side of it where people have got to send you gifts, and that's a whole new ball game or a whole different ball game. No idea what happens with that. All right, so without further ado, let's get into it. Yeah, the weather was all right today, as I say. It's been it was sunny here, and it's just raining completely. It went really crazy before. It started raining like mad. Nice, allow gifts option for you, at least on the laptop, right? Well, I'm not sure. It could be a country thing as well, Joust. It might be in Brazil. There's different terms and conditions or something like that. So, or it might be not rolled out there yet. Do you know what it's like? I mean, basically, this option should have been there months ago, and it's just appeared today. So. I think Google, YouTube, they just, I don't know, yeah, make things not quite uniform for everyone. Yeah, so After Eight new chocolate, you saw the new After Eight chocolate box in Tesco. Basically, an orange and mint fondant, a milk and choc, mint block and white choc. Dark chocolate block with green white choc. Okay, lots of block chocs. Look out for that. Actually, I'm going to try and look out for that and hopefully do a live review of that one. That'd be quite interesting. Yeah. And a dark mint crisp slab, not block. Yes, I see. Interesting, yeah. So did you not buy it, Andrew? It's probably about £5, isn't it? Probably, if not more. Yeah, it's probably one of those, Joe. It might be like that, or it might just be, who knows, one of those. But I think it probably will just take time to roll out, I think. Yeah, as I say, I'd heard about it about a month or two ago, when it wasn't around then. So yeah, it's just taking that long to filter through anyway. So it's a funny one. All right, it's got the trusty unboxer here, so let's have a see. Let's see where I chop my finger off. There we go. That's always a good start. Right. So let's have a look. So obviously I won't. What have we got today? So we got Bulgaria today. Yes, Bulgaria. There we go. Look at that. What have we got? Maybe I don't believe that's. I'm sure that's not traditional Bulgarian costume there. I think must be. Maybe they just have the same. Same frontage on all of them. I'm not sure really. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. It doesn't look like it to me, but there we are. Maybe it is. Yes, it's quite good. So there you go. So you got some. This is a little booklet. Gives you facts about Bulgaria, stuff like that. Doesn't have that masculine inside it, so who knows? It does have those doll things, so maybe it is something Bulgarian. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not sure. I've no idea. Okay. Well, there's some interesting facts. There you go. So it also talks about the sweets and what they are that you get for the different size boxes. Gives some recipes as well, which is quite interesting. Is that lasagna? Is that lasagna? Is that a Bulgarian? Moussaka. Okay, all right. Good to say. All right, and yeah, there we go. And some other sweet bread type things as well. So quite interesting. It's quite an interesting thing, But there we go. But I guess we're after it for the sweets as well. So there's plenty of stuff. So I'll probably do a Bulgarian live at some point. So yeah, so keep an eye out for that as well. Anyway, how's things going for you today? How are you doing? Mentioned it before. Feel free to click on the allow gifts option. By the way, it will allow members to gift memberships. So if you fancy that, if you want to opt in, I don't believe there's any downside to it if you see the button. But we're doing okay. I guess I saw you on Valorant about 3 in the last night or the night before. So hopefully it's going well. All these flavours in the After Eight box are mint. Yeah, mint. I know. I know. It's one of those, isn't it? Mint, basically, with one that's orange and mint. It's £5. Get another time. If you like mints and you like it, if you don't, then forget it. Yeah, I think that's. Yeah, I think it's fair enough that though. Well, to an extent. I mean, I imagine you'd probably want a fair few mints in there, being After Eight. But like you say, it's a bit. I don't know. I feel like the mints, it's like all the actual After Eights they did with like raspberry and orange before, isn't it, in the little sleeves? They kind of were dominated just by the mint flavour. So while it was something interesting, I think you'd always just want the mint or just orange, really. But I guess, yeah. I guess it takes them close to fries, doesn't it, otherwise? Not like the mascot of the Crash Bandicoot video games. Yes, it did a bit, yeah. Then maybe that's the link. I don't know. It doesn't, maybe that's the Crash Bandicoot was Bulgarian. Maybe I don't know. I doubt it for some reason, but yes, but trademark. They couldn't actually show Crash Bandicoot on it. Got Bulgarian crossword as well. So there you go. Honestly, yeah, I think that I mean, it's good that they do this booklet, but yeah, some of it's better than others, I think. A live gifts button, yes, so you might be able to see it. I'm not sure, it'll be in the chat somewhere. I saw it myself. I think Andrew saw it, but it might be that it's not universally rolled out, or it might be if you're on a laptop you can't see it, or on a phone you can't see it. You know what YouTube's like. But keep an eye out. If you can't see it today, maybe it'll appear at some point. So yeah. Oh, it's been good recently. Been playing well. Not bad to hear. Yeah, good to hear that. Yes, what have I been doing? Trying to get in some games. Steam's got a summer sale on at the moment, hasn't it? So I've been thinking of getting some stuff, but I've still got things from bought from 10 years ago. That's me. Bit of a sneeze there. I've still not got around to. It's typically Steam stuff. Yeah, but there we go. I find it funny with the After Eight box, even with a mint chocolate selection, they still find a way to cash in on the chocolate orange craze. Well, that's true. Good to include it though. It looks interesting. Yeah, I mean, he did do an After Eight with mint, didn't he? Well, again, still doing the craze about a year ago or two, whatever it was, wasn't it? I think he did it randomly. I think a few years ago, and then the chocolate orange craze came around, and he republished it. So yeah, so it's but like you say, yeah, they're not going to miss out on it. Yeah. So they could have done so much more though, couldn't they? Because they've done loads of those mini limited edition After Eights. The ones with, what was it? All these random ones. I forgot what they're called now. Well, they did the raspberry one, didn't they? Then they had the was it rum one or something? I can't remember what it was. And then they had the tonic water one, or what? Gin and tonic one or something. Yeah, So could have done a lot more with it. Yes. Well, if there is any chocolates, that's the thing, isn't it, Andrew? If there is any, it could be all crisp, really. The first thing is a bit of crisp. Let's have a look. See what we've got here. But yeah, I don't know any either. Okay, well, there we go. So feel free to try and pronounce that. I'm not sure. Goodness me, that's definitely a different alphabet, isn't it? I've never... Okay, well, we do have... luckily, we do have a booklet which tells us what everything is. Does look quite interesting, actually, doesn't it? But yeah, looks a bit like Roger Rabbit there, but like he's sort of like... more geeky cousin, maybe. I don't know. I should say wear glasses. I do wear glasses myself normally. I need to put my contact lenses in. Some of the old videos you would have seen I was wearing glasses. I was almost wearing them tonight. I had a bit of sore eyes today, but just about managed to be okay. Okay, so here we go. So that's the. I think that's it. Zio Bio Paprika, delicious wheat snacks spring with finely grounded roasted pepper. You won't be able to put these down once you start. Okay, well, it looks. Is that right? Is that the right one? Don't look like wheat snacks to me. Unless it's another. Must be, yeah. Interesting. Okay. Well, there we go. There we are. So another sort of. We do look like wheat ones. Do a bit more. I had wheat ones in the last video from Spain. So there we go. So it looks very interesting. A typical sort of history affair. Quite a big pack. This one as well. Interesting. That's an interesting character. That one, isn't it? That looks like a. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. That very interesting. Yeah. The best After Eights spin-off is a Christmas Xbox with milk and dark white chocolate. They'll have a slight liquid filling, individually wrapped. Yes, I think I know the one you mean. Yes, and they do those weird straw ones as well, don't they, at Christmas? They do some different stuff, really, but it's interesting. Comes out every year. White one is very good. I don't think I had the white one, actually, though. Having said that. Don't think I did. Such a unique language. Yes, it certainly is. Yes, I certainly wasn't expecting that. I didn't know what to expect, really. But I do have there's a guy at my work who's Bulgarian, so maybe I'll speak to him about just the authenticness of these. See what he says. Yeah, I'll give him an ask. Yeah. See if he can... So, yeah, well, It's really interesting. I wonder what it says, that bit on in red there. I wonder if it means... I wonder if it's no or something like that, without colours, preservatives and stuff like this, or something like that. Doesn't look like a no, though, does it? Yeah, but it could be. So interesting. Well, there you go. There's one. So there we are. So there's a few crisps. You do get a drink in these as well. We got this one. Party. You do get one drink basically. Party drinks. Sugar free. I can see that much. Aspartame free as well. That's interesting. I wonder if it's just I don't know. I was gonna say, I wonder if the bottle's just coloured, but there you can see at the top. Interesting effect on it there as well. I can't tell. I assume it's what flavour is it? Does it say? Looks like a lime, I guess, on it. Lime. Don't know what that is. No, that metal feels like a dishwasher or something. Don't Oh, it's an ice cube. Okay, right, there we go. Okay, there we go. Yes. Well, it's interesting now. So yeah, so you do get a drink in it. So you do get something a bit different. I mean, for me, I'd probably rather they didn't include the drink, but it's nice that they did it, you know. So it was lemonade. There we go. Looks like limes, but party drink lemonade or lemonade. Lemonada. Wash down your tasty treats with a refreshing lemon fizzy drink. A perfect thirst quencher on a hot day. Oh, I miss those hot days, yes. All those words like could be named one of Elon Musk's children. Well, this is very true. They do look very Elon Musk-esque, it must be said. It's very unusual, yeah, it's very unusual. I didn't really realise that Bulgarian was so different. Never considered, well, you know, never really thought about it, I guess, but I didn't, I know, like, you know, Hungarian is, but I didn't realise Bulgarian was so different. So I guess it makes sense, I guess, yeah. So again, it looks a bit, well, not, I was going to say it looks a bit Fanta-like, but I guess it doesn't really, does it? But yeah, thought the font might have been a bit similar. But it's interesting, there we go, it's got a bit of a drink going on there. So lots of, I don't know what this is. It's like something just wrapped in foil at the bottom here. I'm not sure what that is. Hopefully it's not severed finger or something like that. We'll come to that later. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. So there we go. So let's have a see. Yeah. So we got this as well. So it's quite. I quite like the packaging on this one. It's very, very different. Very Japanese, I guess. Still shows English is an international language though, because they still have English on the front. Yeah. Just yeah. Exactly. And in fact, yeah, it does help me out. That's for sure. But yes. I know, it just goes to show, doesn't it? You wouldn't, let's say, you wouldn't have, yeah, and I guess even the fact it's called party as well, I guess it's just, I don't know, it's strange, isn't it? You know, yeah. It is weird how it seeps through like that, or you just have even just the name of it's called, like an English name and stuff like that. So there we go, yeah. This looks quite interesting. Cubes, they seem like croutons, really, don't they? Which is odd. Tell mommy. No artificial colours, no palm oil, no added glutamate. Not fried. There's no idea. So there's a star. Fun a snack. Some kids there with a football. There we go. That's quite cute, I guess, doesn't it? That's quite cute. Clearly aimed at kids, I would imagine. It's getting weird how it's got the, as I say, like got the English on there as well. Flavoured baked cubes. I assume that's supposed to be cubes, not cups. Tzatziki. Yeah, interesting that. So yeah, so I guess let's have a look at what this one says. Definitely get some interesting products, that's for sure. Whether any good is another matter, but you get some interesting ones. What's this say? Premium, these cubey type ones. Where's it gone? Notice. Alright, there we go. So yeah. If it's focusing, a truly tasty and unique Bulgarian snack. These wheat rye bread cubes have the flavorful taste of zucchini. Is that how you spell it? Zucchini? I can't pronounce that. Tzatziki, perhaps. Yeah. Okay. I'm not really sure what that tastes like, to be honest with you, but yes. I think I might have had it before, but I can't think. Yeah. Yeah, it always be that way. Well, it's one of those, I guess it just makes it easy. See, like that in Brazil, Joe, do you get that sort of thing there as well? With like just English titles and things like this, you know, or does it, is it not quite the same? Yeah, interesting, isn't it? It's interesting. So here's the one that we got, like, it's just, I just thought, what on earth this is. This looks very strange, but I just did look in it, as it is in the book. I thought, is this some kind of weird, I don't know, severed finger or something they've included at the bottom? Which I wanted to open it because I just saw it like that. You know, there's no wrapper on it or anything. So, but there's a barcode underneath, so interesting. So it is a bit strange. But it is in the book, so I'm reassured. I am reassured. It's a bit like one of those helium containers you get as well at one point. The Shaika dessert, or Chaika. The Chaika dessert has a soft fondant core glazed with chocolate, a truly classic Bulgarian dessert. Okay. Very interesting. It's just there's nothing on the front, it's just a silver foil almost. But it does have a barcode, so it's very strange, isn't it? I don't know. That is weird. You'd expect it to at least say what it is on it. So yeah. Yes. Yeah, you're not learn Chinese, well fair enough, yes. No, I know what you mean. Yeah, this is it. It does make, I mean, I must admit, it does make it easier for people, even non-English people, because at least most people, I know, can just speak a bit of English, can't they, I guess. So, quite lucky, fortunate in the UK. I see, maybe it's a chocolate coated seven. Well, there you go, makes all the difference, yes. Well, in fact, it does say that, doesn't it? It does say it's chocolate coated. You could be right there. That chaika could mean severed finger in Bulgarian. Yeah, so who knows, yeah. Just it's a classic dessert though, so maybe not. But even so, it does look a bit worrying when I saw it. When it, you know, just really looked out of place. You know, just literally saw that at the bottom. So oh god, that looks a bit dodgy. But there we go. But it was okay. Yes, I'd say everything is 100% in Portuguese these days. Okay, yeah. Well, it's not a bad thing, I guess, really, Joe. I mean, it's, is the language you speak there. So, yeah. But and again, of course, it's probably a bit different as well because I guess the things being where you are, it's less likely that they'll be imported to an English-speaking country or whatever, and this, that, and the other. There's many other languages basically, just generally Spanish around you, isn't there really? So, like obviously in Europe, they've got all these different languages, and it's easy for them just to put English on the front rather than translate it hundreds of times to all the different languages, I guess. Especially food products, yeah. It's good in a way, though. It's probably how it should be, really, isn't it? It's probably how it should be, yeah. It's probably how it should be, really. I must say, actually, Snack Surprise did include a few random sweets in the box last month, and they were actually really good. They were probably the best thing in the whole box, actually. And unfortunately, I didn't really know what they were. I kind of ate them. I was going to save them for the review, but they were just really nice, actually. Just these little sweets on their own. You just thrown them in, so they weren't in the book. Didn't really know exactly what they were. But they were so nice, just these really lovely soft sweets. And they've done it again, kind of, I think. Included these sort of long, thin things. I don't think they're in the actual book as well. They just thrown them in. Hello, it is, I guess. Camel, yeah. I assume Bulgarian. Mind you, that's Spanish, so I'm not sure. Strawberry flavour. Yeah, so maybe not Bulgarian, no. They've just thrown a few of these in. Maybe it's from last month. Just had loads of Spanish snacks left over. I don't know. But we had the Spanish sweets last month as well. So there we go. Yeah. So we've got a few of these in. At least 3 of them. So just random sweets in there. But as I say, don't appear to be Bulgarian from what I can tell. It's a bit random that, but they did include it. So better than nothing, I guess. This looks very interesting. Is it Milk Kiss or Milkiss? Yes, milk and honey. Soft cake. Well, there we go. So that's quite interesting. I'm always a bit, basically when you open this, it's going to be squashed. But it does look an interesting one. I mean, I think we got the gist of what this one is. I mean, I think it's quite clear. This one is quite clear what it is. It looks very nice. Yes, don't know if I've never come across anyone who speaks English fluently there. Yeah, I think we're just set aside from the world not having a second language. Yeah, I would have thought Spanish should be quite prominent where you are, though, Joe. I know it's. I don't know if you just discount that because it's but yeah, I'm sure you would. I would have thought most people there would speak Spanish as just because it's quite similar-ish, or at least I assumed it was. But is that not the case, or do you just kind of discount that because you just it goes without saying? Is that the gist of it? Yeah, an interesting one. So let's have a look. What I've got this milk honey thing. What does it say? I'll say there is a big size box you can get, which basically has another double page to it, but that's like twice the price. But the other ones you just get like to store these on this page, basically. There we go, Milkiss. Yes, these soft cakes are laid with milk and honey and have a delicious cream filling. They're the ultimate sweet treat to satisfy your craving. All right, there we go. Interesting. Do look nice, yeah, do look quite nice. But do we get like cakes like this wrapped in the UK? I don't know if we do. I mean, maybe. Don't feel like we do though, generally. Yeah, interesting that one. Not much chocolate so far, has to be said. Got something that looks like a rusk here as well coming up. I'll come to that in a second. In fact, I'll come to it now. Why not mention it? So another thing, it looks a bit rusk-like, doesn't it? I don't know if you remember rusks. I think they're still quite nice. I'm sure I had one not too long ago, and it wasn't too bad. There's like kids. I don't know what they are really. Rusk. What on earth are they? Just like some kind of weird biscuit for babies. I think I'm not really sure what the point of them is, but it must be like one anyway. So. Best of luck interpreting that. I can't. I certainly can't. But I'm assuming we'll have some kind of description in here. A walnut cookie. There we go. Walnut cookie. Nothing beats a perfectly baked cookie. This Bulgarian cookie is filled with tasty walnuts, the perfect pairing with your favourite hot drink. Well, I'm not too sure. This will be massively up my street, but it looks interesting. It seems to be quite a hard one. Not a soft baked cookie by any means. It does look interesting one, but obviously you can dip it in a hot drink and who knows, yeah, we'll soften this up for sure. So, interesting one. So you don't just get chocolate, as I say. We've not had any chocolate yet. Well, we've had that kind of weird severed finger thing, but which apparently is chocolate underneath. Not too bad though. Coming to some, let's say, actual bars now. I'll go to this one first because it's quite similar to the last thing. I assume this is exactly the same as the other one, but a sort of chocolate cookie instead. Choco Paws. What does it say? Mendenki? Interesting. Choco Paws. guess that's kind of like a break. Is it like a bad translation of break, do you think? Could be. Let's see. An extremely popular cake biscuit in Bulgaria. The Medenka is a honey-flavoured biscuit covered in chocolate. That sounds very nice, doesn't it? It does sound quite nice. Second honey-type product here. I must say, these ones sound a bit, on paper at least, sound the best ones of the lot we've had so far. I think the others have been a bit, I don't know, like the Romanian ones we had were kind of all quite, I don't know, rummy and I don't know, I wasn't too convinced by them. They're okay. The Spanish ones weren't too bad, actually. Crisp-wise weren't too bad. And the actual chocolate ones weren't too great. And but the variety didn't seem to be there as much. I can't remember. What one did we have? I can't remember the one we had now, but yeah, I think this one looks to be I didn't mind the Spanish one actually, but you know, I think it was more crisp based ones. I think the crisp were the heavy hitters in that one. Did have there was another country as well we had, but I just can't think what we had. Maybe it was just the 3 countries. Not sure. Yes, I know nobody speaks Spanish. All right, really, including yourself. Okay, right. I'm surprised at that, Joe. I thought that would be a thing there, really. Maybe across the board with Argentina or Paraguay. Right. Yeah, see. Interesting that. I just thought it'd be quite. I mean, like here, for instance, we learn, you know, French and German, you know, generally, maybe a bit of Spanish as well. I thought where you are, it would be quite a thing to learn it. Yeah, interesting that. Didn't realise that. That's a big cookie. I know it's quite a big one. Yes, you do get some quite big ones in the UK actually that are quite similar to this. This one feels a bit softer actually as well. It's that feels a bit bendy. This one. I don't think it's broke. It definitely feels softer, this one. Definitely has a bit of give to that one. So that sounds quite nice, actually, that one. Does sound quite good, that. Right, so I'll get into the chocolates in a bit, actually. Also, this box actually looks pretty good. I was a bit apprehensive at first, especially as I say when I saw the... they put all the crisps on top, of course, because it's the bigger stuff, and so it doesn't get crushed when they push it down and things, I guess. So I was a bit apprehensive at first, because, you know, you just saw sort of... I don't know, like a big bag of crisps taking up a lot of room and stuff like this, you know. But it seems pretty good actually. It's quite a good set of stuff at the bottom. Yeah. Some of these look very good. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you there, Andrew. I was a bit apprehensive at first, but very interested. Yeah. Have you seen the new Mars triple treat bars? I think Scotty has mentioned these in Discord, but I've not seen them yet. I've not seen them. I do want to get them, but no, I've not. Have you seen them anywhere? Do you know where they are? I believe they're in Tesco, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I'll have to. But yeah, I'm looking out for them. Basically, I might do another round. On Friday perhaps. Yeah, it does look a good one, doesn't it, Joe? It does look nice. Yeah, it does look a nice cookie. That, and as I say, there's honey as well to it. Sounds quite interesting. That. We've got these ones here. Look interesting. These kind of, I don't know, Parma violet type sweets. Yeah, interesting. These. Look at that. That's love face, love, more love, definitely love going on. I think. Thought to be very lovely on the sweets themselves, just a bit flowers, but interesting, yeah, they look quite nice. Very purple though. Let's see what they are. Hard candies with violet flavour. Yeah, there we go. So a bit like a Parma violet, sort of hard ones we have in the UK. Let's see, does it have a... There we go, there we are. Temenuski, I think it is. From one of the oldest and most loved candy companies in Bulgaria. These candy drops are the perfect on-the-go snack. A hard candy with I keep almost reading it as violent. Violet licorice flavour. So these sound very good. We have blackcurrant licorices in the UK, not violet licorices, but they look very nice. These look really good. Yeah, I'm impressed with this box actually. I think they've definitely... I think they, had a couple of poor boxes, I think, or I think the Romanian one was okay, but I think having that weird glucose bar was what I thought was just really poor actually. But the one before that was all right. I can't remember what the one before it was now. I think we had Romanian somewhere else, but I can't. Did we have Hungary? We might have even had Hungary. I can't remember, but yeah. I saw triple tree bars in Sainsbury's. Right, I need to go to Sainsbury's. Is the one supermarket that's a pain for me to get to, so I need to. I'll have to go there then. Do a trip out. Not been there for a while. I bet these are either violet or licorice flavoured. Yeah, well, you were right, Andrew. You were right. Well done. Yeah, well done. Yes, I was right. Yeah, I thought violet. I didn't think licorice, but yeah, you're right. They did have the licorice in. But you read the description. Get to better your guesses. No, well done, Andrew. Well done. Yes. No, very excited for these. They look pretty good. I'll say. They look quite. No, I'm excited for those. I think it's strange how they're sort of like flower shaped. Not if they're all random. I think they're all flower shaped. You would have thought they'd be a bit more love hearts or something based on the thing. But I guess there's flowers on it and stuff. But There we go. Yeah. So really, I don't know what that says there. Not sure at all, but interesting. Yeah. So maybe we should get the guy at work to translate all these. Yeah, maybe these products do sell a lot in their native countries. Yeah, I mean, both, I think so. These ones look a lot more promising. The ones that we had, say, from Spain and things, the crisp ones were okay, but some of them, though, just included were a bit, I don't know. Just some of them didn't seem to be really that great a choice, really. Your phone keeps telling me the time. I see. I see. Why is that? Yes, a strange. Well, a strange one. Yes, I'm not sure. Is that because of some voice activation that's going on? Maybe it's interprets my voice or something for I don't know. Tell me the time. Siri, tell me the time or something. Right, so got some good. What's this one then? Now this looks a bit like those ones you can get in the UK. Some kind of monkey bars. What's it saying? Well, I can't. Looks like a sort of monkey. It's got flames for eyes. Look at that. That's strange. It's like, I mean, there it looks quite cute because it's got like the shine, but there it looks like the flames, in the it does look like flames for eyes, though, doesn't it? I mean, it really does, It's gonna burn your house down or something. But interesting, yeah. So there we go. It looks. Don't know if we got any clue as to what it is on the back there. Don't think so. 1% of something in it. Let's have a look then. This interesting bar. Looks quite interesting. Let's see. Borovet's Monkey Cake Banana. Oh, well, not bad. A perfectly soft sweet cake filled with creamy banana filling. They're loved by kids and adults alike. Well, that sounds quite interesting. I mean, yeah. Well, we're talking about having nice banana fillings and stuff like that. So this one definitely looks, looks a good one. I always want more banana stuff. Whether it'd be nice, I don't know, but it does look a good. I like the, looks a good one. I like they got that B3 thing again. It looks like B3. It was on the other ones, wasn't it? It must be no, something or other's on it, mustn't it? Yeah, interesting that. Yes. So Samsung Galaxy, and I think the audio port is breaking. Every time I slightly touch or nudge the headphone audio jack, a voice says bong. It's 21:37, for example. Yeah, so well, at least it's telling you the right time, I guess, Andrew. At least there's that. Yeah, so that's something. If it's the wrong time, at least, it'd be even worse, I guess. We have some odd products here too that people like. They just can't compete against Nestle products or other big ones. Yeah, so it's one of them. Yeah, in the UK we have some smaller ones, but they're generally, most of them are owned by bigger companies now. And the ones that aren't are quite expensive, I guess. So it's a funny one. Yeah, I'm not sure. We do have some, but they tend to be just quite expensive, really. Basically, to make up for the fact. But then they have market themselves as being quite, artisan or I don't know, gluten free or vegan or whatever. So they kind of go for that kind of market, and then they can charge more money for it. Unfortunately, yeah. Another big ones. Yes. Other big ones. Yeah. No. Yeah. Nutriment. Yes. Yeah. Interesting. Yes. Yeah, without. Okay, yeah, nice one. Thanks, Andrew. I knew it'd be something like that. I could have a feeling it was like, no. Well, I thought no, but without's the same difference as far as the context. Yeah, I thought it was something like that. So I guess it's probably artificial colours or something like that, Matt, perhaps. Yeah, because it's like this. Well, yeah, you see that one there? It's got like that one's got all the no artificial colouring, palm oil and stuff, glutamate. But this one had like a big, big thing on the front of it, didn't it? Is one of them same word on there? Doesn't look to be the same. Oh no, I got another one. See the same thing? Possibly the same words used in the second one, the top one, I think. Not quite focusing, but yeah, that's just it. Yeah, so there we go. Interesting one, yes. But just what it's without, I don't know. Hopefully it's without bad things. So good selection here. There's a couple more things to go. These ones I've seen that look to be quite similar to. Here we go. So these are actually Mondelez Bars, these ones, but they are nonetheless quite specific to Bulgaria, you'd say. And there seems to be some ones that Scotty sometimes grabs. So I assume this is coconut. Kokok, I guess that's coconut, presumably. Penny Bowker. Yeah, interesting. So I guess it's a coconut bar, what it actually is. But yeah, it is a Mondelez one, I guess. So, but nonetheless, it does seem very specifically Bulgarian. At least I've not seen this in the UK anyway. So that's an interesting one. What's it? This is the one. Republika. Okay. Republika Cocoa. Another classic Bulgarian treat that brings back the taste of childhood for many. This mouth-watering chocolate bar combines delicious chocolate and coconut. Okay, interesting, yeah. Sounds quite quite an interesting one. It's quite I'd say it's owned by Mondelez, so I guess it's quite difficult really to get things that aren't in some way owned by big companies. But as you say, I think you can accept this. It's not like it's a Milka bar or something. Yes. The third one down that big pack is preservatives. Okay, right. Yeah, it's all the usual stuff, isn't it? It'll be colours preservatives, possibly monosodium glutamate or something like that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, interesting. Seems to be making a big thing of it. Yeah, Mondelez is a thing in every country's power, yes, and chocolate bars. Yes, and yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? I think it's, yeah. I think even Jow was saying that some companies that didn't think at all were like had not Nestle or Mondelez involved in them ended up being so. So an interesting one, that one. Yeah. So go on these. We see these a lot. These kind of wafer bars. Have you seen black and brownie? Interesting. Yeah. I guess that means dark chocolate and I don't know, but it sounds sounds really interesting. This one. I'm quite. You saw last week on the Spanish one that blue ribbon one. I really enjoyed. I thought that was really. I know obviously it's still blue ribbon. Might sound a bit boring to people, but I really enjoyed it actually. And so this one does look up my street. I do like a good wafer bar if they get the wafer right. It can be really good. This one does look very interesting. It's a Nestle one, of course, so yeah. But yes, black and brownie. Is there an English translation? We know we could look at the other thing, but we'll see if there's a. I don't think it's going to be there. It's probably going to be underneath. Cocoa wafer filled with brownie, flavoured cream, 79.1%. Okay. Brownie flavoured cream. That sounds interesting. All right, we'll see about that. Yeah, I think this selection looks pretty good, don't you? I'm quite happy with this. I think it's got a bit of a good mix actually. It's got some sort of stuff that's, I think you would say is, I don't know. I think it's got things that sort of, it's got things that are quite particularly Bulgarian by the looks of them. But it's also got things that are still Bulgarian but relatively, not too out there, what I mean? Not like glucose bar, for instance, a lot of random rum flavoured stuff or whatever. They look to be quite, a good set of products that still look to be actually enjoyable as well as interesting. I think they've got a good balance here. And they're not doing too many, and the crisp flavours are not kind of too wacky and stuff, or, just seems to have got a good balance, I think. Severed finger aside. Seems to be not too bad. I think I'm quite interested, really. Mondelez has an annual revenue of about 26 billion. Goodness me, that's a lot. They're based in approximately 160 countries. Yes, Nestle revenue per year is 87.1 billion, so Nestle is a bigger company. Well, I didn't realise that. I thought Mondelez was perhaps the bigger one, but I know Jow was saying Nestle are a big company where he is. So maybe it's just different markets. Yeah, I didn't realise Nestle was so big though. I guess Nestle do lots of other things, don't they? Many Mondelez do as well, but yeah, but that is a lot more money. It's almost 4 times as much, isn't it? Or 3 times as much anyway. Well, it's more anyway. 3 to 4 times as much. Interesting that, yeah, interesting. But yeah, I'm very excited for this one. I do see similar things to this in the shop. I think they're generally perhaps Polish bars, I think, but it's similar concept. I see them in the Polish section of some supermarkets. Still very, very interesting. I've always wanted to review more of them, really, but they're just so many of them. I go into the shop and there's just about 10 of them, and I think I can't really. I made a mistake once again, never quite getting around to reviewing them. I thought I can't just just get so many things, But obviously, if I could bring myself back and just get 1 or 2 of them, but it's very difficult. How when you see all like a, I don't know, like using it on an example, like a brownie one, and you see all like a banoffee one, and you see I don't know, some other one, and you think, well, I've got to get the chocolate one because I've got to have the baseline, and then it's like, oh, there's a white chocolate one as well. Oh, and then before you know it, so you've got like 10 of them or something, and yeah. Ah, there we go. Okay, yes, Mondelez loans Lacta, yes. The big one down here, I'd say, only behind Nestle. Ah, okay, right, yes. Sounds like they're sort of equivalent to Milka, doesn't it, really? Lacta does sound, as you say, like an equivalent to Milka. Yeah. Does it have like a sort of purpley wrapper, does it, Joe? I wonder if they just use the same sort of, wrapper or something like that. Interesting, yeah. Well, the last one, guys, this one looks very unusual. I don't know, it feels like a cake, really, to be honest with you, but it doesn't look like one, but feels like one. Yeah, well, I can't pronounce that. I mean, if you didn't have, I mean, the lemon on the left, if you saw it like that, you'd think, okay, it's going to be some kind of sponge cake. But then you see that and you think, well, that's nothing like white. That's literally nothing at all like what that implies on that side. I mean, it just looks like a wafer bar with crunchy bits and perhaps peanuts on the top. But it's got a big lemon there, so I really don't know. And I guess there's nuts underneath, which is fair enough. But yeah, I think that's lemon. Is that an orange? Maybe it's an orange actually. But it is a yellow wrapper, so what does it say on the back? Anything identifiable? No is the answer to that. Hang on, maybe on this side. Hang on. Oh, there we go. Coated wafer with peanuts and orange pieces. Okay, so it is orange. Yes, there we are. All right, roasted peanuts. Sounds very interesting. Here you go, Andrew. They've gone for the old jumped on the orange bandwagon. But yeah, coated wafer with peanuts and orange pieces. Okay, sounds quite interesting. That one looks almost like there's like a round one here, but then it just goes on. I keep thinking that's like a round shape, and there's another one behind it. But it's just the way my eye keeps catching the light with that sort of slight crease in it there, I think. Looks quite interesting, that. Again, another wafer one, but I'm always a fan of wafer. Sometimes it can be a bit mundane, but if it's done right, so one of these wafer bars can be really good, actually. Yeah, I could smell something from it then, but no. So there we go. It's a very interesting set of things, this one. I might, what I might do is I might do the Pocky one for this weekend, just to get it done, really, because obviously, you know, things go off and things like that, so I probably just need to get the Pocky one done. I know it's not been a popular one. It sounds like Mikado things on little sticks. It actually look really good, actually. I just think no one really heard of them because it's a Japanese product. But they do look really nice. I think I might just do that one for this weekend to get them done. Depends on the weather, though. It might be better than a hot weather one, though, so it swings and roundabouts, but might just get them done, really. But then I'll put, as I say, then next week I might do a restock to try and get a bigger selection for the lives as well. As you know, so I've had basically just been a bit unsure as whether we get more or not because of all the hot weather and things like this. But then what with the after 8 selection coming out, I might look into that. I'm looking to get a few other things as well, you know. Yeah. So I'll refresh the live specials, I think. Mondelez have Milka for Europe, Cadbury for UK, Alpengold in Poland and Ukraine, Cote d'Or for Belgium, Freya in Norway, Lacta for Brazil, Marabou for Sweden, and Toblerone for everywhere. Interesting. I've heard of some of those companies. Marabou, for instance. I didn't realise it was basically a Nestle product or whatever. I've heard good things about Marabou. So there's Lacta from Brazil there. Yeah, interesting. You see Pockies in HMV for import section look cool, like Micados, but fancy flavours and colours. Yeah, they do look pretty good, actually. I must say, they do look quite nice. I'm looking forward to reviewing those. Yeah, I've got quite a few of them as well. Rick sent quite a lot over, so we have to get them reviewed. We do want to, but I just say I don't think many people know what they are really. So when I kind of mention it put it in the photos, I don't think, well, maybe they just aren't interested. I don't know, but yeah, but they do look pretty good and pretty wacky, actually. Yeah. No, it has no specific colour, but it's been here for decades. Okay, almost a century. Wow, crikey. Yeah, see, goodness me. Interesting then. It is interesting. Yeah, I know you're going to mention as well. Interesting, Andrew. Yes. Just goes to strange how they have different names, isn't it? It is strange. I just wonder whether they've bought, like Jaus mentioned, maybe Lacta was a different company and Nestle bought them. Maybe that's what Nestle do. Well, although it was Mondelez, wasn't it? Sorry, Mondelez maybe, sorry. I think I was saying Nestle by accident before. Yeah, maybe that's what Mondelez do, just buy local companies like they do with Cadbury and stuff like that. Maybe that's what they do, and that's why they have all the different names. So they try to keep them, sounding like they're the traditional company or traditional chocolate or whatever. Maybe that's what Mondelez do, really. So it would explain the Cadbury thing, wouldn't it, I guess? So, yeah, interesting. Because you would have thought they would just have the same name for everything, really. But then, was it just such a, I'd say, strange, well, not strange, but unique sounding names, Cadbury UK, Alpengold, Poland, Ukraine, Cote d'Or, Freya for Norway, that's for Brazil. Yeah, there's such different ones in such close proximity to countries to each other as well. Interesting. That, yeah, very interesting. Yeah. Well, there we go, guys. Don't think I've missed anything off, and that's been quite a good box open. That one, I'm quite happy with that one. Actually, I think this is the one. I mean, the Spanish one was okay, but there were some things in it that were a bit, I don't know, not too exciting. But this one, there's obviously things I think that perhaps maybe a bit better than other things, but I think generally it looks pretty good, this one. I think this is a good set of stuff, actually. I'm quite happy with this. I think I'm quite excited to review this one, so yeah, I'll have to get it in. As I say, I might do the pocky ones for this week, just because, you know, as I say, I've had them for a while. I need to can't, you know, it'd be a waste to let them go off. I think that'd be the wrong thing to do, you know. And I think it'd be still a good one to watch as well. So I'll get that one done for this Saturday, I think, is the gist of it. And then we'll start the actual proper, and I'll get a new selection, I think, for the week after, so about 4 or 5 in the selections as well. Yeah. Okay, as far as you know, Lacta was founded by a Swiss man in Brazil. Okay, right. Yeah, see, yeah, interesting that. Yeah, I can imagine that's what Mondelez do. Yeah, just take over and rename, well, not rename them, but take over the companies. I'd like to try all these basic milk chocolates from all those Mondelez brands and compare them. That would be a good one to do. Maybe something I could look into at some point. Milk and Cadbury are very different, so it will be interesting. Yeah, maybe I'll try and do that at some point if I can. Try and get one of the chocolates from each of them. So it'll be quite a good one to do a live review of that. Sort of Mondelez International Special or something like that. You have to get just the basic ones, I guess, though, you know, that's the only thing with it. But it'll still be interesting. I mean, that will be interesting, as you say, because Mondelez, Milk and Cadbury are very different. So, yeah. Remember when as a kid, people regarded Lacta products as being better and more expensive than Nestle ones? Oh, okay, but it turns, yeah, see, yeah, interesting that. Yeah, so it's a funny one, isn't it? It's, yeah, it is interesting. It is interesting. I think it's, I don't know. It's like us with Cadbury, basically. I think, but then, you know, we still. I don't know if it's expensive, but I just feel like Cadbury has something a bit more than a lot of other brands and stuff like that. But one of those. Yes. Oh, Scotty joins. Hi, Scotty. Yes, I hope you had a good one, Scotty. Hope you had a good one. I know you've seen Luke today. Hope you had a nice time. Yeah, great to see you. I know we're just about finished. Basically, is the gist of it. But great you turn up. Thanks so much, Scotty. Yeah, I had a good one. It's been Bulgaria today, basically. Bulgarian box opening. Got some good snacks as well. You might have seen these ones before, Scotty, I think. I'm not sure. I feel like possibly ones you've seen before. I feel like you've had some Bulgarian shenanigans going on in the past. So maybe you've seen those before. Yeah. Look, an interesting one, those. Cadbury and Galaxy, the big UK regular chocolate bar brands. Yeah. Pretty much are. Yes. Greece has a Lacta brand too, Mondelez. Yeah, see. Okay. Interesting. It's interesting, isn't it? As I say, these things just don't really think about or realise. Yeah. I think it would be safe to say that Cadbury is the UK milk chocolate and Milky Way is the UK white chocolate. Yes, I think you're probably right there, Andrew. I think so, yeah. I think so. And Tunnux is the Tea Cake Kings, yes. At the end of the day, it's just a gigantic company that does everything. Well, this is it. It could just be yeah, well, this is it. It pretty much is, isn't it? They kind of just, yeah, you know. It is kind of like this. It's a bit of a shame, really. But I say these smaller companies can try and make their way out there, but they generally have to charge more money, and it can be difficult. That makes them a bit more niche, doesn't it? Really, which is a shame. Yeah, if Nestle didn't already own Milky Bar, Mondelez would be all over it. Well, this is it exactly. If it wasn't one, it'd be the other, wouldn't it? You know. Yeah, I think that's exactly it. That's exactly it. Yeah, I don't know what to make of it, really. I don't know. I'm sure there's good points somewhere, but you can only think of negative things, can't you? You picked up an Alpen Gold in Russia a few years back. Mondelez again. Okay, I think, yeah, was that what Andrew was saying for Alpen Gold? I think he mentioned that, didn't he? Yes, he did. Yeah. Okay, interesting. Mondelez again. Yeah. It's funny, isn't it? As I say, we were just saying before, we probably think that Mondelez just buy. That's what they do. They just buy the local companies that do quite well and then basically just leave them as they were, at least as far as face value is concerned anyway. Yes, need to have a catch up with live. Yes. No, yes, good to see you, Luke. Hope you're doing all right. You had a nice time with Scotty. Are you in Brighton today? So hope you had a good time. Yeah, sounds like you had a good one. So you're enjoying it down south as well. Hopefully the weather's all right. It's turned a bit bad up here, at least well in Manchester anyway. A gigantic multi-trillionaire company. I know, yeah. I know, it's a shame, isn't it, that? But yeah, I think the problem is it's just that people generally won't spend more on these sort of like the more thingy companies because well, you know, for obvious reasons sometimes because it just costs a lot more for something that's, you know, perhaps not as good or whatever, or not seen to be as good. But then obviously it just means the small companies can't get in there, can they really? But you know, it's a difficult one, to be honest with you. Australia have no cocoa butter in Milky Bars. It can't leave. Yes, this is what we found out the other week, Andrew. Yeah, we were saying this. Yeah, there's no cocoa butter in it. I mean, I don't know whether the definitions differ from country to country or whatever, but it seems to be generally the consensus, yeah, cocoa butter is what needs to be in it. So it's strange, isn't it, that? Just isn't, yeah, you know, strange. But it's like in the US as well, the way they say it's chocolate flavoured, don't they? Because, I mean, it could be that it would be the same if it was in the UK. Same laws would apply, but they say, like, you know, rather than things being chocolate, it's chocolate flavoured. So, yeah. When listed by Mondelez and Mars, there'll be no food company in the whole world. They'll have ultimate power. There'll be the one food company in the whole world and have ultimate power. I know, it's, yeah. I know, you'd like to hope they wouldn't be allowed to do it, but who knows. Yes, I went a few years ago, quite some time ago now, actually. Yeah, I went to London some time ago, and then, yeah, with a friend, and we visited Brighton as well. So it was quite nice, actually. Just had the day out there. I didn't do anything too crazy, but it was nice. Yeah, it was nice having a walk around the beach and things, stuff like that. It was just good enough weather for it. It was good, actually. Yeah, it was nice. I don't think we went somewhere else after that as well. Where was it? Was it Stratford-upon-Avon or something like that? Could have been. Yeah, I think I went to a few places, so it wasn't too bad. Had a nice few trips out and about. Yeah. Hope you're enjoying this, Luke. Yeah, I don't know if you've been there before, but hope you're enjoying it. And it's quite far away from from Scotland, certainly the other end of the country, or countries, if you're looking that way. Yeah, so maybe this has already bought Mondelez. Yeah, well, or maybe they're both owned by Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos. Who knows? Who knows? And then who knows? We'll buy each of those out. Yeah, who knows? But yeah, I don't know. You'd like to hope that they can't really be made any bigger. Some kind of monopoly laws would stop them, but then, you know, it's already huge as it is, so it's clearly not worked too well. Yeah. Now, good to see you, Luke, by the way. I hope you're doing all right. So I was just looking through some of my old videos for look backs from 5 years ago, and you were making a lot of the comments back then. I can't remember what the products were now, but there were a few interesting ones. Yeah, so I'm going to do a look back soon. So a few of those are, say, ones that where I think you first appeared on the channel. So it was about 5 years ago. Yeah, crackers, really. Long time. There we go. But yeah, an interesting one there. Well, there we go, guys. I guess that's the unboxing for today. Not a good selection, actually. Quite happy with it. I think it looks pretty good, this one. So I'm looking forward to reviewing it. Hopefully I'll do it in a week or so. Maybe next Saturday, or put it at least to the vote anyway. Yeah. Your most popular video is the cream egg minis. Yeah, I know. I think because cream eggs became, I don't know, I think it was because it basically was linked to a lot of other cream egg videos. I think YouTube just promoted it, you know. I'm not sure, it seems odd really, but if YouTube just wants to promote you or whatever, then they did, and then that's why. Yeah, so it just started becoming really popular. And I think 1 month or for a couple of months, Terry's Chocolate Orange became quite popular because some YouTuber or streamer said it basically on one of his live streams. So a lot of people started Googling it and stuff like that, and came across my reviews. So that was a really big one for some time. And the Skittles Giants as well became really big, because I think a lot of people in the US, they don't have it in the US, so they were watching it all. So yeah, it's an interesting one. Yeah, it is an interesting one. It's just a shame sometimes because of my older videos, so the quality is not great, but you know, I'll take what I can get, I guess. But yeah, an interesting one. Yeah, so there we go. Well, there we are, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. It'd be great to chat to you all again. So it's really good. It's good to let's say, I think some lives in the past have been difficult, as I say, to everyone to meet up at the same time. It seems to be happening a bit more frequently now. So it's great to chat to you all. It really is good. It really is. Maybe you mentioned in the Daily Mail for once, the kick-out review. Yes, it was lemon drizzle flavour. Was it lemon drizzle? I think it was lemon drizzle. Yeah. Lemon drizzle kick-out. Yeah, I think I must have got there before a lot of other people or something. I don't know. But yeah, they started quoting me. That came quite big for a bit. I got loads of views because of that. But that was, I think, an older review as well, unfortunately. But there you go. So it doesn't really, it's just the quality wasn't that great. But anyway, it's the way it goes, isn't it? Some people like it anyway, though. So you just got to. But I think a lot of people, because my reviews are quite long, I think back in those days I didn't have the timestamps. I think that makes all the difference, really, having the timestamps, so people can just skip to the bits they want. But I didn't have those in the old days, so yeah. Chickpeas, garbanzo beans for tonight. Highly recommended, I say. I quite like chickpeas. Had them before. I used to have in like some curries I used to make and things like that. So they were quite nice, actually. Yeah. Some maybe some soups, but I prefer them in the curries, I think. They were quite nice. Sometimes you find yourself watching your videos too. Oh, thank you so much, Joe. It's always been a great show. Oh, thank you so much. It's really nice of you to say. Yes, thank you so much. It's good to see how the channel's changed as well, I think, over time. Or not, maybe, as the case may be. But yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you see some of the old ones. I've certainly got a lot of videos. With my regular videos, I mean, roughly, I think in my reviews of all things tasty playlist is like 930, if not 940 reviews. And that doesn't count all the live reviews or the look backs and all the other things. So I must have done almost 1,100 videos now, so I've done loads, really, plenty of content. So imagine if only they all got 100 views a month or something like that, you know, it'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? But they all probably get, you know, not much. Yes, it's one of those. If my channel ever blows up and, you know, gets lots of subscribers and you all watch my old videos, certainly there's plenty of content to keep people going, and certainly you'd think the advertising revenue would certainly become quite big. But there's a big it's going to take a lot to get there. I think it's not going to happen anytime soon. But you know, the content's there and it'll always be there. Fingers crossed. You know, so at least within reason. So yeah. So you know, if my channel ever does take off, then the videos are there. Just have to keep it up. So I try to do about 3 or 4 reviews a week if I can. It's a bit difficult, really. You know, it just takes time. The software keeps crashing all the time. I've told you this before. It's a nightmare, but that's what stops me a lot, really. You know, you can spend like 2 hours just trying to render the software. It's a nightmare. That's why sometimes the videos are late, like 10 at night. I should have finished it about 6, but because of all problems, you have to render for half an hour, then crashes. Or 20 minutes, then you render it again, it crashes again, then you need to upload, and you realise there's a problem, so you have to render it again, stuff like that. It's a nightmare. But I'll say that's my problem, not yours. But yeah, such is the life, I guess. Oh dear. Right then, guys. Well, so it's been really great to chat to you all. Great to see you, Luke, as well. Hope you're doing all right. Hope you have a nice time with Scotty. Great to see you as well, Scotty, of course. Now, and AB as well from earlier on, and Andrew, of course, and Joe. Great to see you all. Probably, I think someone else did, didn't he? But Egg as well. Great to see you, Egg, as well. Good to see you. Hope you're doing all right on Valorant. Keep me updated. But yeah, great to chat to you. Great to chat to you, Joe, as well. Glad to see you all right, and glad your laptop's doing okay. Hope everyone has a good evening as well, and I should see you on Saturday. I'll post the live soon. Got good special edition product for review tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Try and do another one for Friday, and hopefully I'll get look back done this weekend. So for the whole of June, basically. I think it's all of June, or is it May that I've not done? I'm not sure. No, I need to do the whole of June, I think. So I'm still kind of behind on it. I need to just have a good couple of days where I can just get them all done. You know, so I'm nearly there. Nearly back up to date with Look Back. I'll say nearly. I'm closer than I was. Yeah, bye, Andrew. Bring back Fry's 5 centres. It's going to happen one day. We keep saying it. We've got to have faith. Take care, everyone. See you soon. There's about a 6-second delay, so apologies if I missed your message, but it's just one of those. I've probably gone by the time it came through, unfortunately. But yeah, take care, everyone. You sound such an old man, but even we can't believe it's nearly due. I know, it's going crazy, isn't it, Andrew? It's just going so quick. Can't believe it, really. It'll be Christmas before we know. Well, as I say, Christmas for us is September, isn't it? So it really will be Christmas before we know it, you know. September being when the chocolates come out, of course, those who yes, not quite as familiar with the Christmas timetable that chocolate companies have, which basically September pretty much. Oh, yeah, nearly July. Can't believe it. I'll be a July update soon, so yeah, so I'll have to get that sorted. All right, guys, take care. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. See ya.